Hi, welcome back. I'm Joe, and this is Jessica. And today we're going to have our spoiler review of Shazam. We saw this early, and been telling everybody that I've talked to go see it. I think it's a great movie. It's really a lot of fun. However, we'll say that I don't think it's for little kids.
No.
Right? We have two kids.
Yeah.
Under 10 years old, and I would say 10 is probably the limit.
No, I mean, there was like a 4-year-old in our theater, wasn't there, running around?
Well, yeah, but I'm talking about...
I know, but I just, definitely not little ones. I would say maybe 12.
12?
Yeah.
11?
I mean, you know, each kid's going to be different too, right? But definitely not under 10.
Yeah, and the reason for this, because the 7 deadly sins were pretty creepy.
Very.
And there's a scene we'll get to later in particular, but even the opening scene with Dr. Savannah when he's a kid, he's in the car with his older brother and his dad, and they're just berating him and putting him down, and it's pretty dark, you know. So I would not be taking little kids to see it.
And just even thinking about that, I'm going to stick with 12 and up. I appreciate it as an adult, the backstory and some of the darker stuff, but why give a kid nightmares? I think that stuff would, and I think it's a little shocking, some of the things for a little one to see, for sure.
Yeah. However, overall the movie's a little lighter. It's got a lot of heart in it, which is really good. It's what makes it so good. You believe these characters and you like them. And it's just an all-around fun film.
It was, despite the darkness.
Despite the darkness, yeah. I guess starting with the cast, Zachary Levi, who we said in our non-spoiler review is just perfect for this. We've been a fan of his since Chuck, and it's so nice to see him get a starring role in something like this. And I think he was perfect. If I had one complaint about the movie, main complaint, it's that I didn't think he and Ashton Archer, the kid that played Billy, were necessarily the same person all the time. Zachary seemed to play Shazam more immature than Billy.
That's an interesting point. Like the younger one was actually a little bit more mature. And maybe it was I don't know. Maybe it changed his mentality or his,
Right.
It gave him a new perspective on life, which he didn't seem to have the best of prior to, right?
Yeah. I mean, it's still right. It's not enough to take you out of the movie, for sure.
It didn't take me out.
But just as an example, Darla, the youngest family member, when she changes into Shazam, at the end, Megan Good plays her adult self, and I believed that was
her.
Her.
It was amazing.
And even Freddy, the adult Freddy by Adrian Brody, I think was playing him, the adult Freddy Shazam. Even I thought was Freddy, was a grown-up Freddy.
It was really good.
So it's a contrast when you see those characters and what they did versus what Zachary Levi did. You'll really be able to see it, and it'll stand out even more. But like I said, it's not a deal breaker. It doesn't take away from anything. Zachary Levi was great, and so was Ashton Archer. I think it's Archer, for that matter. Mark Strong as Savannah he's great. He's always great. But it was nice to see a truly evil villain. Because even though you sympathized with him in the opening scene, right when he's a kid,
for sure.
When he's an adult, the stuff that he does, like the darkest scene in the movie in particular is in the boardroom when he goes to his dad's company, and his brother and his dad are in there in a board meeting with a bunch of people, and he releases the 7 deadly sins, which he carries inside of him. That's what gives him his power. And he picks up his brother and throws him out the window.
Yep, see ya.
That was like, whoa, okay, we're going there. With this movie. That was serious. And then the 7 deadly sins proceed to slaughter the rest of the people inside the boardroom. And there's no blood, but it's intense. So that's why we say little kids,
it was really well done in that you could tell that it was gory in there without seeing the gore, right? Sometimes I think that's even better because your imagination is, can be even more effective than what you see. But yeah, I wouldn't want any little one, even double digits, 10, 11, I don't know, even 12 is, I can't, yeah, so, yeah, it's just a lot.
Yeah, so those were the two darkest scenes, I think, in the movie. The beginning and that boardroom scene.
Yeah, probably.
The rest of it was pretty standard superhero fare. The effects I thought worked. They only had a $100 million budget for this movie.
Oh, wow.
So, yeah, not
That's
every
good.
effect shot is perfect. However, the Seven Deadly Sins were really well done.
Really, really good. I wouldn't have expected it wasn't,
Right.
There was nothing that made me think, oh, effect shot.
Yeah, there's just a couple of the flying scenes, I think,
Okay.
But other than that, for the most part, it was solid. And the family, the foster family was all, I thought, well done.
Yeah.
All those kids are adorable and funny.
Yeah.
And I liked it that they made the parents nice. They weren't evil step-parents.
Right.
They're trying to make it work and help these kids, which was nice.
Yeah.
And I like that, getting back to Savannah, that they gave him, like he's been driven his whole life, to find this power, to get back to the Rock of Eternity from the very first scene and find this power. It's driven him. It's the only thing he cares about. And it really made his character believable, and you got why he was so driven. I thought, by the way that his dad, basically raised him, the whole time. So
yeah,
that was really good. If you read the comic, you knew at the end that all the kids were going to become Shazam too.
Yeah, see, I had no idea.
Right.
So I really enjoyed that.
Yeah, and kudos to Warner Brothers Marketing for not ruining that. In the previews and the trailers, they've been saving that for the actual movie, which I think was smart.
Yeah.
And all of the adults, like we said earlier, Megan Good was great, and Adrian Brody, and the only one is like Mary. I thought Mary could have been the same actress that played her. Just glam her up a little bit to be older.
Right.
You know?
Because what's their age supposed to be? Or is there an... Like,
there is no...
okay.
30.
Really?
You know, something...
Okay.
35
because she's like
maybe.
18, right? Or something, applying for college.
Right.
So 18 usually looks like 20s anyway.
Right.
So yeah, I thought that, that would have been...
Right. And in the comics, she stays her age.
Oh.
You know,
That's interesting.
Or close to
I wonder
it.
why they felt the need to have to age her.
I don't know. I think they even missed a line. You know, she could have changed and looked the same. They said, "Why do you look the same?"
That would have been cool.
You know,
Actually, I would have liked that.
It could have been fun.
That would have been good.
I mean, not that the actress playing the adult Mary there's nothing wrong with her.
Yeah,
you know,
it's just like she's already 18.
Yeah.
Why does? Because I wouldn't have thought that they were supposed to be like 30-year-olds. I would have thought, when I think like ideal like superhero, you're going to be your ideal age almost, right? Because they're like transforming into this ideal superhero version of themselves. I would think 25 is usually like, I don't know,
That's
injuries already are taking its toll at 30. So
right, that's true. Yeah, but I mean, they all did a great job. That ending was it was really cool. They really amped it up with having them all change and become the Shazam family.
Yeah.
Shazam family. They're supposed to be Captain Marvel.
Oh.
For those of you that don't know, Shazam's original name was Captain Marvel, but they Marvel Comics sued DC Comics for copyright infringement because I guess DC never bothered to copyright it.
Brilliant.
And they lost in court, so that's why Shazam has to be called Shazam. He can't be called Captain Marvel, which is ridiculous because they can't even say their name. They can't, because if they say Shazam, they're going to change.
Yeah.
It's just whatever. The lawsuit's settled, so that's that. But anyway.
There you go.
But that really elevated the third act, to keep you interested, and it was fun.
Yeah.
And again, all those actors did a great job playing adult versions of the kids.
Yeah, it was great casting.
Yeah, they really sold it.
Mm-hmm.
And at the end, when they show Mr. Mind, he's the little worm.
Oh yeah.
You know.
Uh-huh.
So he'll obviously show up in the sequel. I think he's going to be the main bad guy.
Mm.
And then Black Adam will show up at some point. He's played by The Rock.
Oh, fun.
Yeah. So we'll see what happens there. But the stuff with Billy Batson and his mom.
Oof. That was harsh. It was
Yeah.
just like, well, I mean, even when it happened from the beginning, I'm like thinking, I don't understand why he's not able, like the whole time, this is what my thought process, the whole movie, so there's all this fun action and all this cool stuff happening, and I keep going through my head, why would a mother not find her toddler that she lost at a fair?
Right.
Like, it doesn't make any sense.
You kept looking at me like,
yeah, I just, no, what am I missing here? Like, obviously there has to be a reason, right? And I still don't understand it. And normally I tend to be probably, I mean, I know you say cynical, I say realistic, pessimistic, whatever. I'm just, yeah. So, although they did a great job on actually making it understandable in this case.
Yeah.
Not that I could ever relate to that, ever, right?
Yeah,
so, which is
right.
significant to make it, be like, okay, for this mother, she couldn't take it.
Right.
And she thought that there was a better way, which, okay, that doesn't make sense. But in her head, you could see she was not mentally mature, right? They explained it well. Like, you could see how it would have led in that progression. So,
Right.
yeah.
But it was still pretty rough.
It was brutal. But going with that, and I don't know, that's how it is in the comic book, right?
The new
is
version,
it?
yeah.
Oh, the new version.
The current, which is what this is based off of, is
Okay.
the current.
Okay. Because if that's the foundation, then I'm glad that they stuck with it and didn't make it be like when she opened the door to see her now 18 or whatever or maybe, no, 15-year-old son. She wouldn't be like, oh, yay, you found me, right?
Right.
So I'm glad that they made it pure and that she let him walk away and she closed the door. Like, that was just brutal. Like, no, you don't let somebody walk away, ever. I'm sorry. Even if it's not good, you don't let somebody walk away. But you know, they did it really well. So
Yeah. Well, that really bothered me.
it bothered me so. I was just like, no, I'll adopt you.
But again, it gave the characters, it made them real.
Yeah.
It gave them, there's real emotion there.
Right. Yeah.
And like Freddy, when he was arguing with Shazam at the bus, you know, when Shazam, Billy, is like, you're just jealous because you don't have these powers. He's like, that's right, I am.
Yeah.
You know, it was real.
It was
You know,
real.
it's like,
It was well written, you know, and
Yeah.
it was well.
it's like, you're a
Well done.
douche. You've got all these powers. You don't even appreciate them. You
Right.
don't, you know, here I'm crippled. I would love to have what you have. You know, it's nice that he gets it in the end.
Yeah.
You know,
I know that was
so-
what was part of what was so rewarding because I clearly didn't know that was coming.
Right,
So that was great.
right.
Yeah.
So yeah, so it was fun. So overall, really fun movie. I highly recommend it. Just go see it. Don't wait. Don't wait for streaming or whatever. Just get out in the theater
Yeah.
and see it.
Yeah.
It's worth your time and worth your money. And I'm looking for. There will be a sequel. I mean, I think it's going to be good. You know,
Yeah. I
money
hope so.
box office wise.
I hope so. I hope so because too, like, so it's been a week since we've
No,
seen
it opened. Oh, since we saw it.
Since
yeah,
we
yeah.
saw it, and I'm not the type to remember much of what I see. I'm just not. That's your memory. That's not my memory. But I remember, like, all of what we're. I mean, it's still there. I haven't forgotten it. So
Right.
that's pretty significant for me.
It means you liked it.
I liked it. Exactly.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Anything else?
Good stuff.
Yeah. All right. So go see it and let us know what you think in the comments. You know, did you like it? Did you hate it? Are we full of crap? You know, are we wrong about anything? I don't think so.
Yeah.
But you know, and yeah, let us know what you think, and we will talk to you later.
Bye.
Bye.